He's out
There
of
it is. All right. All right. We got it. We got
A
it.
very confusing game with mono red, but. And I'm back up to diamond. Well, it got us both diamond 2.
Hey,
there you go.
We're both diamond 2. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka thatvillainjay. And tonight, as always, with me is my partner in podcast, the numbest of skulls, Mr. Numbskull himself.
Hey, guys.
Here with another podcast episode. Episode what? I don't even remember. We're way down there now, man.
Did we hit 100 yet? No, there's no.
No, because we don't do them. We don't do them like that.
Are we at 50?
Let me see. We're past 50. We did our 50th already. We're at 60. It should be 67.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So we're on our way to 100.
We're on our way to 100. We're on our 67th podcast episode.
Wow.
The most watched black themed podcast. Now, is it the only mono black themed podcast? Doesn't matter. The metrics don't lie. It is the most watched mono black themed podcast in the world.
Show me one that's more watched.
Exactly. You can't. It can't be done. So, that all being said, we are here at kind of the tail end of Tarkir. We were a little late to this. We were both very busy. Numbskulls has some stories to tell. We'll get to that, and it relates to the deck that we're going to be running today.
Yeah.
Because he's a competitive guy, but we'll talk about that. So we're going to be doing a Tarkir themed deck with some of the new cards based on what you've come to expect from the Black Council. And that all being said, we're also just going to we want to get your opinion. This is kind of where we're at, because we're kind of at the end of Tarkir. Final Fantasy is coming up. The hype is all over the place. We don't know where the hype is. It's up, it's down, it's left, it's right. There's lovers, there's haters. So we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy coming up here soon. We're going to see what we can do about that, and we're going to be doing content there. But right now, let's talk about Tarkir. That's what this episode's going to be. Talking about Tarkir and then doing a Tarkir deck. Before we get down to that, though, we want to thank our channel members.
Yes.
Which is our Patreon. Our Patreon supporters, which this podcast is funded through. That's what pays for this lovely studio and us buying packs and all that other good stuff right there. So, Patreon members, the link is down below. It's right there, patreon.com/the Black Council. You can join the Inner Council, access to our Discord, other bonuses, other bonus content that we have up, all kind of good stuff. And you also get input on where we're going with it, too. We do take suggestions. We do take input about what we want to do and where we want to go with it. So, if you want to join the Patreon, become a council member today. Go right down to those links. As little as $1 a month, whatever you can do. $1, whatever. $1 a month, $1 a week, $1 an episode, whatever you want to do. We appreciate it. Do you want to read off our names? Or
I got you. I know you said you wanted me to do some more lifting, so I
know.
Got you.
As you can hear, I'm a little sore throat right now, so I'm less chatty.
I was pulling them up as you were reading it, just so I wouldn't make you go through.
Fantastic! Look at that.
So we'll go through the list here. We got, and like Jay was saying, $1 a month, $1 an episode. You're gonna get our episodes early. Patrons only Discord. We always like to say we think it's well worth more than $1 a month. So, and if you don't like it, then all you have to do is just listen to the podcast, and that's also fine.
Yep. Subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. That's all you gotta do.
Dude. Yeah, just help us out one of the free ways, and that's also really cool too. But we do want to thank our paid members. We have Neptune, Mez Undead, VG, Zyron, Jason Flood, Just the One, Larry Mitchell, Jay Langford, Metal Mechanic, Notorious D, Deadfast, Argent Icon, W Taylor, Elvan Breams, Xylo Beast, Jamel Langford, Trexadactyl, Mamulian, Nickel Nuts, Ulfir, Dante Valentine, Savrit, and we have Clever Sound. We really appreciate you guys always staying subscribed to us. It looks like you know, a lot of the people who are subscribed have been subscribed for a while.
Oh yeah.
Like even our oldest one here in the active, or our newest one in the active members, they're coming up on, they're over 6 months now, so we really appreciate that. And then we have, you know, some people like Clever and Savrit and Dante, Ophir also even, and Nickel Nuts and Mamulian and Trex, I guess, and Jamal and Xylo. They've all been here like
all
since
OGs.
the beginning.
All
yeah, we
OG
have like probably
the,
like 10 to 12 OGs here who've been with us the whole time, and we really appreciate it.
We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much
you
for subscribing, and thank you much for doing what you do. We really do appreciate it. And with that being said, thank you all for coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Let's do it. So, first things first, I'm going to throw it to you to get your opinions right off rip here, Numbskull. Opinions on Tarkir. Where you at on it? What's your final verdict?
Tarkir's good. It was probably with the decks that came out of it as we approached the end of the format, if you will. For, you know, with Tarkir being the newest set, it is very likely the case that this has been the set that shaped the format maybe the most since Duskmourn. I would say maybe Duskmourn or Foundations,
because Aether Cars really didn't do that.
Yeah, Aether didn't quite do it for us, but and maybe even more than Duskmourn, because Duskmourn kind of just carried a lot of archetypes that were already there.
Yeah.
Whereas now you're talking about like an actual Is It Prowess deck being the top. I don't think that's something that anyone saw when this set came out.
Yeah.
And I think because that kind of came out of nowhere, and it like is clearly the best deck to the point where we're talking about what card we're going to ban from it.
Yeah.
Now, given its meta share, given its win rate, given its place in the top 4, top 8, whatever you want to gauge it, decks, and pretty much every recognizable event. Any event that you can look up that has more than 16 people is going to have probably Is It Prowess somewhere towards the top, and probably more than one deck is going to have it too.
Yeah, because I think that I saw it was like 40% or something like that recent.
40%, yeah, and it was 40%, and then I think it was something about just about that percentage made day 2 of our most recent regional championship in Hartford. So that was a big thing too, was the success rates. One thing, if a lot of the decks they might have 40%, but only like a quarter of those decks will, not even a quarter, like the meta share will go down to being a quarter on like the second day of a large event. But in this one, it didn't go down at all. It stayed consistent, and that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah,
usually
that's
when it
signifying
does,
a very high win rate, particular to that deck.
Yeah, and it just means that you gotta ban it. And another big thing about it was the meta share was so high that like there are people who just played mirrors like more than half the day based on that, and I think that can lead to like a format that isn't fun. So it's almost like this set was like dangerously successful in what it did for the format and how it changed it to the point where it was so good it's almost about to be a problem. Which I mean, you know, like,
and I want
take that as you will. You know,
I want to highlight that because I want to dovetail off that, because mono red was already an issue with Bloomborough, with Mice. We already were looking at
and then Duskmourn helped it too.
Yeah, Duskmourn pushed it with Screaming Nemesis, aka Screaming Mimi. Shout out to all my Screaming Mimi enjoyers out there. You had we had to have an emergency ban for best of one for Resonance.
True.
You know, so we already knew, kind of going into this, that red was an issue. So from that point, you know, it was already, Boros Mice or Mono Red Mice were already powerful. There was already talk about, hey, Monstrous Rage might need to go. There was already chatter about, maybe Monstrous Rage needs to go. And then we come into a Quarry Steel Cutter and all those things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like we're headed into an environment that is already saturated with these types of issues. I have to say, moving away from that to the other side, I do feel like the set absolutely nailed the flavor. Everything about it was extremely well done. I think that it felt like a classic set, a classic Magic set. A lot of people were talking about, feeling like a bit of a farewell to Magic almost, because we're headed into the the Universes Beyond cycle right now.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely it was well made. I think that the mechanics were good. I really liked Mobilize. I know that a lot of it wasn't super competitive, but I still really...
It's good in draft. Really good
in draft. A lot of fun. They did that new draft thing, which I thought was pretty cool, which was, let's do this draft thing where, you can choose your clan and just draft your clan, which is fun. So overall, I feel like I've got to give it, like, I don't want to say... I want to say B+. I really should say A-. It was probably one of my favorite sets recently.
Yeah, seems good.
I do think overall it really did nail the flavor. It had good mechanics. It was fun. I think it is a victim, like you said, we're suffering from success here. To loop you back to the competitive aspect of it added tools that were already... It was adding fuel onto a fire of a very dangerous meta, as it were, to put it lightly.
Yeah, and it's weird that it's happening so close to Final Fantasy coming out. I think we're maybe close to 3 weeks out now. Is that about right? Based on
we're about 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I think is it 2.5? Okay, so 2.5, 3 weeks. Oh well, 2.5 on Arena, maybe 3 weeks in paper. Is that? Or maybe it's backwards. I don't know. But,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, so it's almost like, well, maybe they don't ban anything until a little bit into Final Fantasy, so you're looking at, you might have another month of this.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what Final Fantasy does. If that's as game-breaking or groundbreaking, if you will, as Tarkir was, then maybe this all just fixes itself. And maybe we have a new problem in June and July, and we'll see. Well, maybe they're going to bring some all new problems to the table for us. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but I do like some of the cards I'm seeing in Final Fantasy. Thought I saw some cool stuff so far.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, because I don't want to talk about Final Fantasy too much. Because it's we're not all the way spoiled too. I'm worried about this cost, man. Everything in there just costs so expensive. So we're gonna have to see.
Not buying any of those damn packs.
Well, not. I'm talking about CMC. This probably looks like it's one of the highest CMC.
Okay. A lot of expensive spells.
Yeah, a lot of expensive spells.
I see.
So I just don't know if
all those crazy cost and Saga enchantments and stuff.
Yeah,
there's so many of them. Yeah, 9 mana. It's like who's actually spending? I mean, maybe they want us to reanimate it, but who's actually spending 9 mana in standard and not dying?
Exactly. Exactly. Who's doing that?
Yeah. I mean, maybe we're supposed to reanimate it, but isn't animating Omniscience still better than anything else? No matter how many of those things they make.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
I don't know.
Reanimating Omniscience or any other one of the many things that we have available to us,
Yeah. So it's interesting how that all looks.
Either way,
so I definitely agree. With you.
We won't get into it. We're going to talk about that coming up. We'll tease Final Fantasy a little bit. Overall, I mean, talking about competitive play and how it's done, I hear people a lot, talking about Quarry Steel Cutter and how bad it is and how rough it is right now with Quarry Steel. I'm just I'm stocking artifact removal. That's all I'm doing. What else can I say? Yeah. I just have artifact removal locked and ready to go in every deck. Just never leave home without it, man.
Yeah, keep it on you, dude. That's
why keep that thing on you.
a lot of these black based decks are splashing for other colors now, mainly white, for just having more like naturalize effects or exile, and that's that's putting us in a better spot. But it is tough. There's more discard. There's more, like I said, exile. So you're getting kind of like some versatility here, and we're using sideboard cards that we haven't really used before either. So I think all that's pretty interesting. But yeah, it is. It's pretty exciting. It's an exciting time. Thankfully, other decks are still good.
Yeah,
it's not like Corey's the only good deck. Like there's like 4 or 5 decks.
There's
that are
plenty
like
of other, which brings
good.
us to tonight's main event.
Yep.
Okay, so what would you give a Tarkir? If I gave it, I gave it an A-, what would you? Final thought on that? What would you finally close it as before?
I'm gonna give it a number rating. I'm gonna go 8.4.
Yeah, that feels about right.
8.4. A lot of things I like. Just the part of it is like maybe not even a design flaw, or maybe like Corey Steelcutter should have been a legendary artifact. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it isn't playable if you do that, but maybe Corey should have been a legendary artifact, so you can't put like 3 cutters out and then just spend 2 mana and then win the game. I don't know, but maybe something like that, or maybe I don't think you can make it a 3 mana spell. I think it's not playable if you do that, but yeah. So it's interesting. It actually caused a lot of discourse in like how you actually play an aggro deck, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that's something, because it like challenges what we know about Magic, which I think is important for cards to do that. So a lot of wins, but I think part of the detracted score was the when I say detracted, I mean less than perfect, but still really good. Was the like we were saying, the success that it had, but then also like what it turned into being like something being too good.
Yeah.
To the point where I can't say it was perfect anymore.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's like a weird way of thinking about it and feeling that way, but that's kind of how I felt. And I don't love that an Omniscience deck is like super popular now, because it's not fun to play. That's my biggest complaint. Fun.
And for as much as I love Foundations, Foundations, man.
Why did you got to put Omniscience?
Why did you do that? Why did you do Omni in there?
You didn't need to
Come
do
on,
that.
man. We didn't need it to be all that, bro. We did not need it to be this way, man.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest things about it, and I mean, and it's unfortunate that a card from another set is making it messed up.
Yeah. So you had some experience with competitive. You did a little bit today, and that's kind of the deck that we're going to be running and talking about. We have a kind of demon vampire, which is our forte. That was a version of the comp deck, the competitive deck that people were running. Our own kind of Black Council twist on it. And you had a little adventure with this. You almost ran this, and this actually did rank roughly a version of this. Did rank around, you said 4th or 5th in the
5th.
RC? Yeah, so why don't you pull it up for us, because this is what we're going to be trying out today. Because this was out of all the ones that we kind of looked at of what was coming out of, especially some of our favorite cards from it, because it featured 2 of our favorite of our top 10. Speaking of which, I think we did pretty good on our top 10, by the way.
Me too. Carsey was on there, right?
Carsey was on there. We're throwing in Scavenger Regent as well for a little bit of removal, which has been clutch against. I think that has helped suppress a lot of the token spam. I don't see Boros or mono white tokens being as bad as they are, and I think a lot of ripping options against that. Honestly, Scavenger Regent is not bad against Cutter, because a 4-drop is -2/-2, which is generally what the Cutter creatures live at. They live at 2/2. So on the play, you could do some fun stuff. So we have our Orzhov Vampire Demon Black Council. If you want to give it a rundown, and then we're going to play a couple of games with it. Just what's our general strategy and what's our highlights here?
We are ripping up people's hands on turn 1 and 2. No 2-mana creatures. No bat. It's just Cruel Claw's Heist.
Okay.
You hardly ever gift the card. unless they're like top decking or something, or if they have like a land in hand and you know it's a land, then maybe. But like, you generally don't gift a card. We're gonna just take their best spell on like turn 2 or 3. We have early removal. We have Get Lost, which is gonna hit planeswalkers and enchantments as well as creatures, which it becomes relevant. That's why it's one of the reasons that we're gonna splash white, is just the better removal.
Yeah.
Have the Anointed Peacekeeper. This is going to hit your cards. Also, just kind of going into the opponent's hand as well. Another option. This could hit a Planeswalker. You could also put it on if they have like if there's like a weird crew creature that could be on there.
Yeah.
Planeswalkers, like I said, if it's like an Agatha Soul Cauldron deck, you could put it on Soul Cauldron if you catch someone doing stuff like that. We have the Preachers. Right now, it's just the ultimate grindy mid-range 3-mana creature. It does so much, and it really is really good in the aggro matchups. Another thing good against aggro is gaining life, which is why we have Karsi, one of our top 10.
Best vampire, yeah.
Sick card, great art. All the arts are fire. And this is a really good card if your opponent's making you discard stuff, or if they just play, like, if you play against Pixie, okay, you just discard your Karsi, and then you make your Sholdred flying, or you put flying lifelink on your Preacher, flying Death Touch lifelink on your Peacekeeper that already has vigil. Like, you can do some cool stuff. Or if you just want to give your Archfiend lifelink, that's also a thing. Or your 6/6 demon that you make with Annex. We do have one Gix command in the main deck, which can be good late game in the Steel Cutter matchup, or even the mono red. And like Jay was saying about token decks, it's good too. It is a removal heavy format, and this is a card that also lets you get creatures back from the graveyard, which I think could become relevant. We have Legions to Ashes, which is going to be our just like remove whatever you need to, like kill their Ugin, and this is where you can take out artifacts, take out Steel Cutter. This kind of helps you out. 4 sanctuaries because of the Annex. We are mainly demons. I'm actually going to call an audible here. Oh, I do have 4. I'm going to call an audible. I'm going to add one more swamp. I'm going down one shadowy backstreet here. I don't want to have too high of a chance that a land comes in tapped on turn 1 or 2. But yeah, so basically, like, all your, like, no actual white sort, no like planes, but multiple lands, 1, 2, what is that, 6, 10, 14 sources to make white, including a Fountain Port that can make tokens, and Beza in the sideboard who can make treasure tokens as well. Pest controls in the sideboard too, another reason for running white. We have a lot of white cards in the sideboard. Ghost Vacuum, a 4th Duress if we need it. We have Destroy Evil for the enchantments or the big creatures. This is one of our additions, Strategic Betrayal. We took out a card in the sideboard to do this. Jay likes this card. I like this card too a lot, actually. It's kind of good, like, almost at any point, unless they're like going crazy wide. But like, we're gonna keep it on the sideboard because you might not always need it in a main deck. Like, if it is a go wide deck, they're probably not using the graveyard.
I like it against Omni. That's my backup Omni Crier.
Yeah, it's good against Omni. I guess if you played against the Delirium deck, that like Gruul Delirium, it's probably good against that too.
Yeah, even any Rakdos Reanimator, which you do run into every now and again.
Yeah, that's true.
People are still trying to throw Atraxa at you, which is, I can't believe they haven't given that up
crazy.
Yet. Been 3
happens,
years, man.
yeah.
You got to let her rest.
Another Anointed Peacekeeper, 1 Liliana. That is, these are cards that were in the list. The Lord Skitter is one of their choices too. We took out another creature that they had in there, and this is where we brought in the Scavenger Regent. So we have this. It's Meathook Dragon. So we're going with Scavenger Regent. He's pretty cool. The only dragon. So if you board him in, maybe you take out the Archfiends or the Sholdreds for your 4-drop, or maybe you take out, I don't know, you take out some other creature that isn't a dragon, which is anything else. But so just be mindful that he's the only one who's safe from his ability. But yeah, that's what we have.
And this feels like really like kind of an anti-meta tempo deck. We're kind of just trying to slow them the fuck down. hey,
Yeah.
I know you're trying to run Cutter to death. Let's get rid of those good cards. Let's slow down. Let's fight me one-on-one, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And this is when I saw something I saw was like this. It's like the demons, but like better defense.
Yeah.
And I think that's noteworthy because like the version that ran like Slasher and Bloodletter was kind of all in on just comboing you and killing you, but it was weak to like simple removal, which is not great. But it is a turn 4 kill in standard.
Yeah.
It's nothing to sneeze at. It's just, you know, it can be a little iffy. So
yeah.
So this is, we're kind of hedging our bets and realizing that Cutter can kill us on turn 3 or 4. So it's actually faster than our combo anyway. So we have to go for it. So we're gonna try to have better defense, but still have that top end to
finish him out,
control the board, finish the game, and win the game that way. So, I guess we're gonna play some best 3 for you guys. You think we're ready, Jay?
I think we're ready.
All right, let's do it.
I was at the same time. I know we're playing here, but I was interested in hearing about your story.
Oh yeah. So I guess
we have a little history with this.
Yeah. I was gonna play demons when I was in Hartford. I was in Hartford this last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll keep this. Are we in the mirror? That's so funny. We're absolutely in the mirror. Okay. So yeah, I was playing Pixie actually. And I kind of wanted to play demons. I just thought Pixie was a better deck. I did an LCQ, which for those of you guys who know, it's a last chance qualifier. Last chance qualifier is what you do to qualify for the regional championship if you didn't make it during the RCQ season. Okay, theirs is a slightly different version, but still a similar version. That sucks. Jesus Christ. Okay. Nice. I won the first 2 rounds, and then I lost the next one. So I lost to a pro player, which is unfortunate. But
well, yeah, I wanted to bring that up in the story. I mean, lost to a pro player. We won't name who they were.
No. It wasn't like anybody super famous. They just like I knew that they were on the pro tour previously, just from like the team he was on and all that stuff. So
it was Kai.
No, it wasn't.
He was at your shop. We don't know why. He doesn't live in the States. And he was like, "I'm coming for you, Numbskull." And it was. I mean, what chance do we have?
Yeah.
You know, that's
no. This was in Hartford, but yeah, I don't even know what card to call here. I guess call Archfiend.
But yeah, Numbskull told me about this one, and it was very similar to the theme that we like. Of generally kind of a demon vampire, which is, you know, we always like to see them represented. We were so happy when our homeboy what's his face won the world championship, Vane Ripper. Very proud moment.
Yeah, it was sick. Yeah, so I lost to one of these damn Cutter decks, which I was pretty annoyed about that, but it's fine. Oh, so they're playing Slasher. Okay.
He's playing Mardu Slasher, which is a little unusual.
What they do is in the sideboard they play High Noon, and this is to blow up the frickin' High Noon there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It's like a similar version, but it's a little different. But yeah, so I played Pixie, and I didn't love how it played, but like I was 2-1. Like it was technically I made top 8 of the thing. And then that guy won round 3. I don't know how he did the rest of the way, but he won. And then Beza might be good on the draw. And then Yeah, it's fine. All right.
We did a pretty good
day,
job. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry. I was thinking the next day I did a 5K, and that one I just like didn't do well in at all. I played against like Azorius graveyard stuff like the first 2 rounds, and it just like wasn't going well. And then I won round 3, and then round 4, this guy was playing Boros Cutter, which was kind of interesting. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
but
I've done that.
It's kind of cool. There's some cool cards to play with it.
Yeah.
But he top decked exactly what he needed to kill me in game 3. Otherwise, I was going to untap and kill him. So it was unfortunate, but you know, it's part of it. So I went 1-3 in that one, 1-3 drop, and then I just didn't feel like doing it. Sunday I did a draft, but I didn't feel like playing any more Magic, like you know,
ever again,
and like competitive. Yeah. So that it was a little annoying, but yeah, it was fine. I had a really good time during the weekend, and oh, thanks, opponent. Yeah, I had a really good time during the weekend. They should take. Actually, it doesn't really matter what they take. I guess they could take Beza.
The funny thing is, probably my best defense against Pixie Bounce was the Boros Cutter, because I went almost all spells, and there was just really not a good option.
Mm-hmm.
I put Boros Charm, Lightning Helix, Lightning Bolt, Shock, and then I had Cutter, and I had a few prowess. Maybe.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of creatures.
You don't need a lot of creatures. I need to constantly be feeding.
Yeah.
I was just constantly trying to feed cards into Cutter to pump it. You know.
Yeah, totally agree with that. There was cool, really good top deck. There was what do you call it? There was a card. It's like Rally something, and it was like creature gets +X, where X is the number of creatures you control. It was something like that. Let me try to kill him now. +X, where X is the amount of creatures you control, and then all the creatures had prowess. So they all got buffed by that, and then it was just crazy. You know what I mean? And then the one creature got he did like 13 damage in one turn, and he started the turn with like 3 creatures. It was crazy. So yeah, it was, and I think he casted like 2 spells maybe, or no, I think he just attacked and casted 1 spell, but because of Mobilize and that spell, that did everything. So it was really good. But yeah, so the Boros option is actually not half bad. Like a little underrated in my opinions, but basically, long story short, yeah, I didn't do too great over the weekends. It was fine. But yeah, so there was a deck that did well in Demons, and maybe I should have just played Demons because I had it, and I had the mana for all the stuff, for like all the splash white, you know, and I even had Bezos with me too. So like some of the white removal spells like Get Lost and all that. So I probably could have put it together and done it.
Yeah,
that's
kind of a hack together version.
Done. Yeah, and here's another funny part about that 5K on Saturday. It was at 9 a.m. and I woke up at 8:26 a.m.
Oh my goodness!
I showered, I registered for the deck, submitted my deck, did all that in like 20 minutes. Got there at like 8:55.
Wow.
Was registered and in my seat. It was pretty crazy, I will say. But yeah, made it happen. Thought about my life for a second. I was gonna just not do it. Thought about my life, and I was like, well, I think I have to do this. So I did it, and then once I decided to do it, that was it. Okay, so this is frickin' Omni right here.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
By the way, we didn't even bring up that we destroyed that last guy.
Oh yeah, that They were on a in my opinion, a somewhat suboptimal list, and
Yeah.
they were making some weird decisions. Like, did you see with that one Cruel Claw? They took our freaking
yeah, you thanked them. I
our
don't know.
go for the throat, and then killed the preacher. Like, you saw all the 4-drops I had. How about you kill one of those, man? So I don't know. It was weird.
He was yeah.
I don't think they're playing right.
Yeah.
And they were on like an older list that wasn't as good. So
I saw a guy bungle. I was playing a guy, and this is why I stopped scooping against Omni until I know it's over. I've seen at least twice. I've seen people bungle an Omni. I don't know how you do it. They'll whiff it. They can
whiff or not play it right, miscalculate.
They've completely fucked it up and got everything out, and then like run out of options or something. I don't know how they do that, or they fuck up the play order that they're supposed to do.
Exactly. It's not that easy to pilot.
No, it's actually a fairly complicated deck. I think people think it's easy because they think of Omni as a win button.
Yeah.
And so they just go, I'll just put Omni on the board, and the rest, it's just gravy.
There are also like a few different versions with different win cons, so I think that's a thing also.
Yeah.
Because there are win cons for milling, win cons for other things like infinite loops, and then giving everything haste. Like there's a few different ways that decks win with Omni, and I think that's also relevant. Yeah.
I genuinely think people are running Omni because they know it's good, they know it's powerful, and they're just waiting for people to scoop when they hit it.
Yeah, I think that's entirely possible.
They don't really have a plan after that. They're like,
yeah.
They're like, haha, Omni's here, and then I'll wait, and I'll be like, okay, and now what are you going to do with Omni?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I made that mistake, like scooping when Omni hit. It doesn't mean you're dead.
No, it's bad news, but
you're not actually.
Like I said, if your opponent is completely incompetent, then you're okay.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Think they're gonna let me play a Sholdred?
I don't think so. Well, it's a good question.
I think they're on like the Chris Botello version. You can draw a card, sure. That's a thing. Okay. Do you have removal, bounce spell? Nothing? Okay. Do they play like Sunfall or Day of Judgment in here or anything like that?
They don't normally, because we have such an issue with late, like early game. They've been mostly playing Lockdown, so nobody's going up the middle anymore. So
okay, well, it's good for us. Yeah, I see this Lockdown in here as a dead card in their hand. If I was playing Pixie, it'd be different. But
yeah, that's what people are really running because Pixie and Cutter are going so fast. That's why I tell people, like, you don't have to chase meta. You can play off meta and surprise the shit out of people. They don't know what the hell to do. They go, oh, all right, well, what's this guy playing? And it's like, oh, I'm playing some sort of asymmetrical warfare deck that...
I'm going to attack and see if they, like, animate something. No? Okay. I also kind of want to hold a cut down for, like, what do you call it? Oh, this is fine with me, because they basically lose just 2 less than they would have lost. If they reanimate Omni, if they can do that somehow on this turn, get it in the graveyard and reanimate it, then we have a cut down for it, because it'll be a 1/1. We have like multiple removal spells for it, which I think is good. So
yeah,
we'll just pass. Life total's getting low. They got to figure it out.
Yeah. This is when I wish I'm holding an insatiable avarice just to fling at him.
Yeah.
That was one of my more successful decks.
Oh, no, there's one.
Yeah,
they do play split up. That's right.
They do play split up.
I have seen.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
They're low, though, so they don't have a lot of moves to make.
No, but we can't do the Fortress.
Not yet, but...
Because they have Demo Field.
Well, they got to play it.
Yeah. Doing it on the upkeep? Sure, dude. You probably should have just done it on your turn if you want to do it that way. I don't know how big brain this actually is.
That's what I'm saying, is that he's got to spend it, and then he's
unless they're gonna like basics check me right now. I think I lose it now, right? Or maybe I can go like full control, and then I can draw and keep the mana. I don't know if it's relevant, but just for the sake of it. Okay.
No, you lose it as soon as...
Lose it. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I have a Carsey, maybe.
We need an annex because we're going to need cars flowing.
That's true.
We're going to need it because the gain and drain might finish them, and then the...
Did we mill one? Yeah, we milled one, but I mean, we're more than halfway through the deck, so
yeah,
there's got to be another one coming.
Is this fucking Jace Mill? What the hell is this guy doing?
It's like Jace Mill, but like that's like the alt win con for Omni because this means Omni.
Oh, this guy was like, Omni's not fucking bad enough.
He knows that we're gonna have graveyard hate, discard, this and that. So he's going for it the other way because this is basically what you can do so that you don't dirtle until you find your combo. You know. This is gonna get hit by negate. I think
we got to make him have it.
Yeah.
We might want to swap in some planeswalker removal as we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Get lost, and then 2 of these legions. I can't remember if there's another one in there. In the sideboard. Okay, that's another win con.
Missed Moors. Okay.
Gonna sack it with Fountain Port. It's fine.
I find that pretty much any deck that I run, as long as I've kind of found the key to happiness in current year is if I stock enough enchantment and artifact removal, I can generally do okay. If I load any kind of deck in with enough enchantment removal, graveyard removal, and maybe artifact crackers, I can generally do okay.
Yeah, it's more than just creatures now.
Yeah,
I would say. That's for sure.
Creatures, there's rarely a creature problem. If you have a creature problem, your creature problem is so big that it's not going to be fixed by a removal or something like that.
Yeah, it's true. If he has another Jace, we're dead. Because this is 21 cards right here. And we're at 27. Okay. Doesn't have another Jace. That's fine.
Can we kill his bug to... If he tries to get the Archfiend, we can kill his bug for 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I am going to do that now that the Archfiend's out, huh? It's probably a good idea. There it is. Okay.
There it is.
That's why they chose Carsey and not Archfiend. Yep, makes sense. It all makes sense now. I guess we could maybe try to put the counters on Carsey, though, with these bad boys and then go for it. I don't know. Another land. Let's see. We're kind of flooding a little bit, I guess, too. Statistically speaking. Don't need that. That would be like the 4th one, right? 3rd? I don't know. Doesn't matter. What now? 1, 2, 3. That is a little more my speed. I'm going to hold the land. Now, another issue is if they -8, then we draw our next card. We have to win next turn.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that funny? So maybe I should have gone at Jace. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure on that. I think they can animate the other one. Let's see if they want to do that. I think they do. Yep. Okay. So they're going to lose both of their man lands, which is maybe somewhat relevant. I'm going to play this. Just, I don't know. I'm just going to play it. But I think we're getting Jace milled here, Jay. Yep, here we go. So we're not going to get that Shouldered.
No.
And I have no idea what the last card is.
I got one more.
And there's your Day of Judgment. Okay. It's here.
You don't have your
It is
tracker
here.
on. That's funny.
I have it. It's just... It was a land.
Wonderful.
It was a freaking land. Alright. Sideboarding time.
My favorite part was when he said it was sideboarding time and then sideboarded all over the place.
I think we... Oh.
What? What? Did he scoop?
Oh, he scooped, man. What?
Did you go up? Because that happened to me the other day where it quit.
Yeah, I was just at the bottom of D2. I think dude had to take a shit.
Oh my goodness.
I literally did that like 2 days ago. I just had to shit. I lost game 1 and I was just like, escape, concede. I just went and took a shit, dude. I'm so serious. I do that sometimes. In best of 3, sometimes you just gotta shit. And if you're gone for like 5-10 minutes, the game will just kick you out anyway. So
oh my goodness, man.
So you don't want to play with that, man. So you just concede. Life goes on. But yeah, I can guarantee you probably that's what Oppo. They're like, you know what? I Jace milled him. That's good enough for me. I'm going to bed, or I'm taking a shit. One or the other. I'll take it. Hey, 5 wins still mythic. Let's do it.
Why not? Undefeated currently.
Yeah, 2-0. We'll take it. Right now, I don't know about Ike. Ike is not responding right now. Ike doesn't know if they want to keep their hand. Oh, Ike mulliganed. Okay. How about, what if it's like you mulled the 5, actually? What if you did that? Oh, shit. All right. What the fuck is going on? Azure Beast. Oh, this guy. Yeah, I know this.
What is he doing?
This deck is going to be really annoying to play against, man. It's like an old Demir deck. It's very... I don't know how to describe it. I don't really know what to say about it. This is actually a very annoying creature. I'm going to probably... Just off the chance that this is not a non-creature, non-land, I'm going to just hold up, go for the throat here, I think. Because they're probably going to play the 1-3.
So something that's kind of a meme on my channel that I've noticed. I don't know how often you get it. How frequently do you get the turn 1 scoop?
Oh, off duress?
The turn 1 duress, off duress.
Yeah, maybe like 1 out of 20.
I feel like I get it probably about 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. Okay, that's pretty good.
Especially if I grab something that they love. Oh, if they're in love with a card, I get that.
Yeah, it's understandable. I don't know what to do here and just take a Shouldered, but we're cooked. We missed land drops on 3 and 4. We're probably cooked here.
Yeah, I see that. That's because I'm here.
I kept the 2-lander. Partially my fault. But I think if we don't draw a land on the next turn, we can save some time here in the scoop.
We can safely say it's Jover.
Yeah. Well, okay. Probably need to draw one again, but we're not out of it. Just 2 turns behind, which is really bad. Okay. Well. Jesus. Just lay it on. Just lay it on, opponent. How about it? We're going to go to 7. Okay, we did get a land.
Yay.
We got a trade with Shouldered.
We're dead.
So 4, 5.
Is that a knockback in his hand?
Ooh, I don't know what that was. No, it's Spell Pierce.
Okay.
So, like, technically we're not dead, but...
But also kind of.
Yeah.
No, aren't we dead on the kickback?
Looks like it's 5. As long as Shoulder doesn't attack. But if Shoulder attacks, then I think we're screwed. Or if she doesn't attack. Or if they draw removal on these 2 draws right here.
Which they very well might.
Yeah, they also might have a Kaido. Okay.
Boom.
Or just another Sholdred. That's a thing. Spyglass. I mean, they're just gonna... I think what we need here is we need, like... we need them to not have a Spell Pierce, and we need to draw another land.
Basically.
But even then they have this, so... Yeah, I don't even think we show them the Gix command. I think we just scoop. It's either getting countered, or they, even if they let it all happen, they just animate their Soulstone and kill us anyway. So I think it's... I think it's scoop time. I'm going to bring in one of these because they have some 1 mana or less stuff. I'll bring in a Lily, Peacekeeper, and a Regent. Destroy Evil is actually probably good too. Like, Get Lost is still good. This might... I can go down 1 here. Gix's command is still really good. I'll go down 1 Archfiend. Actually, I'm going to go down 2 Archfiends because they play that Flood Pits card, which can be like kind of problematic for us. Go down 1 Go for the Throat and 1 of something else. 1 Duress. They don't have a ton of non-creature spells. Probably say, well, I don't know. I guess we'll see, but maybe this is our last match. I'm not sure. I know we got like, what, 20, 25 more minutes yet, so we can see.
No, we got some time. And also, I think we learned a lot about theirs. I don't think they know anything what we have.
Yeah, I think that kind of worked to our advantage a little bit. They just saw like random good black cards. They didn't see a ton of,
No, they didn't really see a lot of strategy.
Nothing definitive. Well, they're going to see something right now.
Uh-oh.
So they're going to get our Annex. We have nothing till turn 4 now. Alrighty. Well, we got removal. We can kill that Preacher on 3. The Pussy. Alright. Oh, you probably take the Archfiend. Maybe you take the Sholdred. Yeah. Hey! Thoughtseize bug. Okay. I think I'm going Archfiend on 4. I think it makes the most sense. Yeah. Especially... Imagine we drew a Regent next turn. That would be pretty lit. I would cast a Regent. Regent on 1. That's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, hit me for 1. There you go. Let's do...
I think we gotta flop the demon. Yeah.
Definitely.
So we need cards.
I was just seeing which land I wanted to play there. Alright, so both cards they've taken from us, we found another copy, which is cool. There's only 2 shoulders in the deck, so it's nice that they're both in the top 12 cards. There's Kaito.
There's
okay.
Kaito. We knew we'd see him eventually.
Yeah, he's going to tap down Archfiend, and that might just kill us. It's so bad. I mean, we can kill our own Archfiend.
We can kill our own Archfiend if it comes to it. I don't think that's...
I think I'm going to do this.
That's not a bad idea.
You left him open.
Yeah. I don't
And then
think
we still gain the life here. Okay. Alright, we have the means. The cutdown's not bad either. For the bat. Well, alright. Really need that fucking Regent now. That Regent would go crazy. On 1. Took the cut down, makes sense. You got it. You are hitting me for 2.
There's the cut down.
It's good top deck, you know? Now I'm going to hold on to this. And I don't think I'm going to play the shouldered yet. Ah, that's really frustrating.
Flood Pit's Drowner.
Okay. We have to do that. Three mana. I don't think we can do anything with 3 mana, but I'll tap it just in case. I don't think we're gonna destroy evil or get lost right now, so we'll just chill. Oh, this does not tap. That's really unfortunate. Okay.
I'm not doing terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you have to kill the demon, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We're not going to lose the gain and drain, so...
Yeah. I agree. We're at 9. Well, that's pretty fucking good. All right. Well, I guess we can hold it. Oh, and I can do this and stop making us lose life. Yeah. We'll hold it. Okay. They're at 7. So what does it look like if... Yeah, I mean, if we just had one more turn with the Archfiend, we wouldn't have to kill it, unfortunately. It's very sad.
Poor Archfiend.
Yeah. I'm going to do this now. Actually... No,
he doesn't have a counterspell, right?
It's fine.
Because that's going to be an issue if he does.
Yeah, if they have counterspell, we're fucked. Tell you that. That's a problem too. Okay, they don't have one. So, yeah, we just have to do it.
We have to do it.
Oh, wait, I'm tripping.
You got to tap your...
I have to do white anyway, no matter what I do.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so destroy. Yes. Alright, there you go. Alright, opponent, do whatever you want.
I think we just counter-sheltered them.
I'm trying to think of how it's going to work.
Because there's no chance our 6/6 is going to block the Sheldred. So...
Until your next turn. So if it loses, if our creature loses all of its abilities, then that actually means that the Sheldred does nothing.
Yeah, but that's not until he goes, right?
Until they attack, yeah.
So at least we're going to get off of... Because we have a demon out, technically. We can push it in, we'll do the damage.
And I think it's also important that it, like... It counteracts the 2 damage
initial
that we
drops,
would take,
yeah.
and it counteracts the 2 that they would gain.
Mm-hmm. And they're gonna
I
lose.
think
They're gonna lose 2, and
they're gonna
we'll
lose
gain
2.
4.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll go 6 to. It'll go
6
to 7.
We'll go 8 to 4.
Well, we'll go to 8, but then we'll lose 2 still from theirs.
Yeah, but
So we'll be at 6.
No, we're gonna gain 2 because
Yeah.
they're gonna lose 2 off of it. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and then they lose. Oh, they're at 4 now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just. I didn't think they were gonna take that 3. Well, that makes sense. Actually, no. Well, are we dead? Yeah.
Can he make it not block us?
He can make it so it can't block this. So I just have to block here with the Sholdred.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn. If he was down 1 more, we could have killed him with the. We could have killed him with the land.
Yeah, you're right. Well, if they were at 2, yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Shit. All right. It's like too little, too late. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Dude, if they wouldn't have got the map tokens for the Sholdred.
I know.
So should I have? No, but I think I had to use the map token on the, or I had to use the get lost on the bat or something like that.
Do you generate the demon and just hold steady? Block
Well,
with the
they're
demon
gonna.
next turn?
They make it a 2/2, and then we lose life on our draw step, so we would be dead. Well, actually, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. I could draw removal.
5.
I could draw removal for Sholdred off of this, and then not die.
Let's see it. Top deck hero. Nope.
I didn't get it.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, and now they can animate that too. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a land.
So 3, 4, 5. Good game.
Damn. Ran us to the ringer there. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it stays in the game. It definitely grinds, you know. All right. Well, what do we go? 2 and 1. I'll take it. I'll take 2 and 1. Got me into D2 real quick.
Yeah, got you into D2. Nothing wrong with that.
Now I don't have to play the rest of the night if I don't want to. I made some progress. Do you want to try this on yours in like best of 1 or anything?
Yeah, you know what? I'll throw in a best of 1 game.
Okay.
Toss me the deck in Discord, and I will import it, and
I gotcha.
I'll best of 1 it to close us out.
All right, perfect. So that way people can get the best of both worlds. Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
And we can see if. Well, it is kind of a funny contrast of like the individual good and bad luck that we have.
Yeah.
On
All right,
Arena.
let me pull this up.
But I know there have been times where I like can't win a game, and then you go on like an actual.
I remember
run.
that was the other time when we ran that black deck the other time.
Yeah, it was like 5. It was like 5 or 6 in a row for you, right? In best of 1.
Yeah, you were like, you tried You tried 2 best of 3 games, and I think you went like 2 and 1, 2 and 1, and you're like, we're so close, and I was like, let me crack this.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot.
I do think this is a good best of 3 deck, but it has enough main deck removal and like threats to just be good enough in best of 1 as well. I feel like so.
What's this one look like?
Yeah, hand smoother did you fine?
Yeah. Playing against a guy almost on his mythic game, so he might be
Mythic
he might be raring to go.
Is that a mountain right there?
Yeah.
I think I like holding up cut down more than duressing.
Really? Okay.
If you were on the play, I would duress, but on the draw, I like holding up the cut down here.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cutter or mouse, but it's one of them.
Ooh. Okay, so now we get to duress, and then we get to hold up cut down. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, look at that. There he is. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, they don't have a blue source yet, so.
No. Spoke too soon.
There it is. There it is.
He drew a second one.
So now he plays that, and I think when they go to cast the sleight of hand, well, they might not even do that. We'll see.
They're going to. He can't resist.
They're going to go for it. All right, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely killing the slick shot all day.
I know these guys. They can't stop themselves. I had a red player the other day, just the other night. He knew, he read my card and saw that when it died, it was going to reanimate something, and I could see him hovering over it, and he still played a removal.
He just didn't care.
He couldn't stop himself from doing it. He was like, I can't
so funny.
Not remove. I think he's a little bit behind the 8 ball here. I think he's a little slow.
A little bit. Especially if he didn't get a land here. But
if he doesn't grab a land here,
in like 6 cards.
If he doesn't have a land here, we're gonna get Sheldred out and more removal.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
I don't think he does. Blue.
Ooh, it's a blue source. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, now you can just start going in with Preacher, because now he gets your little lifelink guys, and that's what kind of keeps us in the game, and that's why it gets so grindy. And they have a hard time doing more than 3 damage to something. So that's why Preacher's so good for us, you know.
He's also going to be he was trying to go for an explosive finish and he overreached.
Probably, yeah.
It's going to pump like crazy here. Let's not lie. He's going to pump fucking.
You might have to block that 6/4 with the Sheldred.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. He's going to Monstrous Rage the other one, so I think
he's going to Monstrous Rage this, I think.
Well, no, he already did. He's going to Monstrous Rage the 2/2. I'm pretty sure, especially since it has Trample already. We need to get a big booty in front of that. They might chill. Okay. They're chilling.
Oof.
16 all.
Fountain Port or Soulstone?
Fountain Port, because you're going to get a 1/1 vampire.
I say we hold this, we swing, we hold up for whoever he pumps.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And we get the double triggers.
Yep. Yes, sir.
My goodness.
I think it's 25 lands, just saying.
Oh, that's a death sentence for me.
Yeah.
I can always Fountain Port it. I can always Fountain Port.
You can block sack. You can do some cool stuff.
He's gonna throw the pump on somebody, and we're gonna make him waste it with the gopher.
I like that. As long as they don't go blue source and then go to rage. Well, actually, no. Even if they held up Spell Pierce, doesn't matter. We have 5 mana. Doesn't matter.
Oh, he did that.
They didn't play a land yet, so I think we do still just chill and wait till their final.
Should I draw a card or gain the 1 life when he swings?
Oh wow. Okay, just block the regular 3/3. Yeah. So we take 5 and draw a card. Is that what we wanted to do?
Yeah, I could do Fountain Port and draw. Or I can
okay.
gain 1 life.
Yeah, let's do Fountain Port and draw. I think the draw is a little bit more important here, since we're flooding.
There we go.
Okay, that's real. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, Get Lost is decent too.
Dross.
And I think we'll go to combat here. All right, let's see.
I know I'm gonna nuke whoever he tries to pump. We're gonna nuke him. My issue is he's got 50 million cards in his hand. There's a second core
double
steal.
cutter's fucked.
Yeah, we got rid of. Do you know how lucky this dude is? We got rid of one.
Yeah, he's
got all 3 and 19 cards.
Yeah.
Monastery.
The spear's good too. Yep, that'll trigger the cutters.
So whoever he pumps, we fuck up, I think.
And just pray he doesn't have Spell Pierce.
I don't think he does.
I think we're gonna block one of the individual 2/2s that doesn't have a cutter. That's probably fine. And then we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, I would just say kill it. Kill that one.
Oh, he's holding it up.
Do they have this? Do they have the spell pierce?
He's got it. He's got it.
Basted.
He's got it.
Basted, dude. Oh,
he's got it.
Yeah, they had everything. That was...
No, that was a flawless fucking cutter game.
Yeah.
That's about as good as a cutter game can get.
Yeah.
That's about as good as a cutter game can get. We just never had it. My man fucking pulled off... My man pulled off the perfect fucking heist there, dude.
Yeah, good job.
Off the top, off the 19, 3 cutters. 3 cutters, 2 monstrous rages,
2 stock ups.
2 stock ups, a slick shot. I mean, he had all fucking he had nothing. The only dud card he really had was Storm Chasers. That really didn't do much.
No, but that isn't. But that'll buy back your monstrous rage, so that's good.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, that wasn't a game winner.
Yeah, sure. All right, let's try. I don't know. Do you want to try like 1 or 2 more?
I'll try 1 more and then we'll call it.
One more? Yeah, that sounds good. See if we can get a win here.
I'll try 1 more.
That's one of those where you board in that pest control and it just cleans everything up for 2 mana.
Yep.
You know, the only thing is you don't kill the steel cutter with it, but you kill like everything else that their deck has that's a permanent, which I think is good. You know.
Oof.
That's a little rough. I mean, we can do it, but
that's weird.
It's like
where Oppo goes first too.
Yeah, I think if we draw a land, we're cooking.
But if we draw a land,
if we don't draw a land, it's pretty bad. 3 draws to get a land. I think you can keep it on the draw, and especially with the turn 1 duress.
I think.
Okay.
Oh, there's one.
Boom.
Turn 1 duress. Let's go for it. He's got it's gonna be a steal. I guarantee it. Oh, look at that. That's all garbage.
Yeah.
Felonious Rage.
I like taking the Felonious Rage because they're going to try to buff up that scamp.
Yeah, they're going to try to love that scamp down and swing it in fast and blow it up.
Yeah. Okay. Be nice to get removal. Do they want to hit us with a burst lightning? Oh, did this die? You still there, Jay?
Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Carsey dies to the lightning strike. Preacher does it.
Oh, Preacher's better.
They could double burst us, but it's not a great move for them.
If they want a double spell to get rid of Preacher, they can do that.
I say we Preacher them.
Yeah.
I got to do something about my mic because I have the headphone wire runs out of the back of the microphone so I can hear myself because my monitor plug stopped working, and every now and again I'll move my head in a certain way that it will touch the touch microphone. I have a touch to turn it off, and I'll mute myself.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, it's a big explosion there.
Okay, take 12. So... Wait.
What?
What?
What happened there?
Up? Did it not hit us?
What happened there?
What are they doing?
What happened?
I think the game is stuck, dude. Because their thing's not, like, progressing.
Oh, man. We've been having this problem.
We should be at 7, and like we're
there. It is.
There it is. Jesus Christ, we're like effectively dead, actually, because they can just burn us out. Well, no, they need 4 mana.
We do this. I think we're okay.
Yeah, and I think maybe you have to attack. I'm not sure, or maybe you just chill. I don't know. I think we attack. Yeah. All right. The fact that they got stuck on lands is really helpful to us.
Are we stuck again?
I don't know. Oh wow. Okay.
I think we do Carsey, right? We need life, bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we do Annex into a Soulstone next turn?
Yeah, I kind of like that. Or we can even make a demon next turn.
So swing first and then decide what we want to do, or how do you want to do it?
Let's attack first. Probably just the. Oh, you're gonna go all out. Okay. Well, I think based on that, now we definitely play Carsey.
I'm gonna make him have it.
Or you could just make a 6/6.
I could just make a 6/6. That could be a huge threat.
Yeah.
Then open it, crack it next turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with this guy. He's got a bad
Mono
connection.
red brain. Mono red brain.
Dude, I can't tell you how funny it was in that game. If you're listening, go watch the Orzhov Demons. The guy, he literally looked at my card, and it was like, when this card dies, bring a card back from the graveyard. He knew it was going to happen, and he was just like, I can't help it. Like I could I could feel the desperation through the screen. Like, I can't help, I have to play removal on this. I don't care, it's going to backfire. I've got to play this burn spell. It's welling up inside of me.
So funny.
Yeah, right, we cracked a demon.
I'm just going to make a demon. And say, now what?
He may play burns on us right now.
Yeah,
he may do a lightning bolt on us right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He would need a red, 2 bolt waves, and a burn to knock us out just on the ground. And I don't know if he has that. He's out
there. It is. All right. All right, we got it.
A very confusing game with mono red, but and I'm back up to diamond. Well, it got us both diamond 2.
Hey,
there you go.
We're both diamond 2. Okay,
I'll take it. So that counts, right?
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. So yeah, 3 and 2 with the deck. We'll take it. Not amazing, but not bad. You know.
But keep in mind, we are playing high level decks in diamond, high diamond.
Mm-hmm. You know, everybody who's trying to get into Mythic, so it's
not terrible.
Something to be said for that. You know what I mean? We did have the one pooper scooper, but shout out to the person who had to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
After game 1.
Hey, listen, I get it.
After a very long game 1.
In the middle, I call those the ones that you're like 5 minutes into a game, and for whatever reason you're like going neck and neck, and for whatever reason they just leave in the middle of it. Especially when I'm playing in the middle of the night. I always say their mom walked in while they were on their phone.
Oh, that's funny. It was some kid.
They got
yelled at.
You're on that damn card game.
Mom caught him on the
3 o'clock in the morning.
Again. Yeah.
And they just all of a sudden just close it real quick and they just disappear.
One of the better parts about playing Magic as an adult, you know, your mom can't tell you to stop.
Pretty much.
It's not just a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase. I believe in this stuff.
But yeah, we had a fun time playing this deck tonight. We had a good time presenting it to you, and we hope you enjoyed it too.
And we hope you enjoyed TARKIR.
Yeah, we did. We had a good time, and we're going to continue to have a good time. And we're ready for Final Fantasy, and we'll see how things go. Probably not going to be buying a lot of paper product due to the price, but I'll buy the relevant cards that are good for the decks I want to play. I'll always do that,
depending on what my brother-in-law wants to do, because he loves Final Fantasy and Magic, he may buy some starter. He may buy that the versus pack that's Cloud versus.
Oh, okay.
He may buy some Commander, and so
those are fun.
We might look at that. I'll probably buy a bundle just for funsies, you know.
Okay. Yeah. I might do a draft.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be like $50 instead of the usual 35.
Yeah.
So I'll see how that all looks. I might go draft Final Fantasy in a few weeks here. We'll see what's up.
Well, we'll see you in early access, and we're going to be doing our top 10. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that'll be coming probably early June, you think, right?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Early
we'll
June.
record it next week.
Okay.
So it'll probably be up June 1st.
Okay, sick.
And we'll leave you there, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. We're going to bring this episode of the console to a close. Bye-bye, everyone.